Hi everybody, we're going to set up a local backup server. This is just a simple install. It will be a hybrid server, meaning it's both a warehouse server, a managed server. This computer is using Shadow Protect from StorageCraft. Anyway, let's get started. We're going to kick this thing off. We're going to run right through the defaults. There's not a whole lot to pick here. If you want to install it somewhere else, have at it. Next, we'll sign in on the registration program with an admin account from our portal. Hit connect. It'll reach out, verify the credentials are good, that I'm an admin, and if so, it enables me to go ahead and register this warehouse server, which I am doing now. It is in the system. The name of the server is happy-ms-1, and we should see in the warehouse servers now, since we registered it, we should have a happy ms-1. We see it has a triangle here, and that is because it is not checked in yet. Once it checks in the first time, if it fails to check in again, it would be a red X. Just a little tip for you here. So we know we've got it here. We need to add as a managed server. We'll go ahead and create one. Same name. I'm a big proponent of copy paste. Copy it right on out of here so it matches up exactly. Create the server. I'm going to paste that in. I'm going to tie it to itself. Again, this server, managed server and warehouse server, I like to call it a hybrid server. It belongs to the happy ear. In any case, it's active, it's billable. We want to get some money off of this thing. So we'll hit create server. It tosses it in there for us, and we are ready to go as far as the server being available. This is a program that's available to you already out of the box with Insight. StorageCraft and SPX are pre-configured if you're using your defaults. So let's just add a path. I will copy the path name out. You can see we've already had some backups running here for a number of days. But let's create the path. We will copy and paste in. The program, it is either Shadow Protect or SPX, so we'll pick this one. The configuration is the same. The warehouse server name, like we said, it's managing its own backup file. So it is the warehouse server. The managed server, it's who do the backup files belong to. The warehouse server, think of it, who is handling the backup files and processing them and storing them, the repository. This is a local backup. Monitor volumes, we will monitor for volumes. The default setup for StorageCraft, they set up the file name so that it can be picked out. You see C underscore. Let me show you this real quick. Save this first, so let's create that. I will show you how it picks it out very briefly. I've got this in another video in a little more detail, but let's go to filters and file sentries. I'll show you on an existing backup how it works. So the filter really is just, all it means is we want to break down that file name structure and try to figure out some details about the file. I'm just going to pick one of these files at random. I'll drag and drop it over here, and when I test, anything that matches the regular expressions in group A will match to yellow, and group B will match as purple, and group C will match as green in this file name here. And so let's test. We get exactly that. The volume is in yellow, which is what we wanted. The backup set is in purple, group B. And in group C, we have the backup set member, which is green. All that stuff is perfect, so we are all set. We don't need to save this. That was for demonstration purposes only. And then as far as file sentries go, let's take a look at that real quick since we're here. We're looking at daily files. It's local. We could look for daily, or excuse me, intra-daily files if we wanted to. Let's just look at this one real quick. We will take a consolidated daily file that's on this server. We'll drop it in here. And when we test, it's only looking for one thing. It's just trying to figure out what kind of file is this supposed to be. Is it supposed to be daily, intra-daily, monthly, weekly? That's what we want to know. The file sentry wants to watch for what is this thing. So we'll test it, Can it find that it's a daily file? It does, because with StorageCraft, they identify their daily files as a -cd period. So let me give you another example. Since we're having so much fun right now, let's look at an intradaily file. It's got a slightly different regular expression that's looking at it. And if I can find an intradaily file here, I've got a lot of consolidated dailies. Let's get something newer. Here we go. It's just an SPI file. I drop it in. It's got slightly different regular expression. We're going to test the file, and something here should tell it, hey, it's not a consolidated daily, it's not a consolidated weekly, and the way we figured that out with this regular expression. We know with the standard format from StorageCraft that if we see a number followed immediately by a period, immediately followed by the extension, it is just a regular intradaily file. That's how we're matching it. If we wanted to say a weekly file with StorageCraft, we know it's cd-cw-spi. We could set up our regular expressions to look for that type of pattern. And by the way, regular expressions, it's an advanced topic. You may or may not know how to use regular expressions. Tons and tons of resources on the internet. It's pretty common in the developer world, but it's very powerful and allows you to do some pretty cool stuff matching. So that's what we're using here. It's .NET on the back end. If you do your own looking, the regular expression engines are very similar, almost the same. There's some very small differences depending on what kind of language that it's written in. But in any case, it's .NET regular expressions. We're happy to help you out with this at Velocity Support to help you match up your file names. I'm not going to save this because this was a pre-canned, ready to go, denoted by the asterisk at the end of the name of the file entry. Thanks for watching.